Is the LEGO Technic Emirates Team New Zealand AC-75 race yacht really worth 2,300 rands? Let's find out. The front of the box shows the Emirates in its full glory amongst a black background, and I might say that there'll be two groups of fans, people who like this and people who don't, and I'm totally up for a design like this. So let's see what the back of the box holds. In the back of the box, there are a bunch of functions demonstrated on the right hand side of the box, such as moving sails, pneumatic functions, pneumatic fully loaded air pressured cant arms, and the full dimensions and the size of this true beast. Let's find out and do an unboxing of what is really contained on the back or in the inside of this box. The set contains 6 numbered paper bags, an extra spare plastic bag used to package spare parts, a mysterious white box that packages the rubber bands for moving the main sails, a little bit of a huge white box used to package the main sails of the yacht, a sticker sheet containing colorful decals and colorful logos for this yacht, a separate plastic sheet containing the punch out or punchable sails, and finally a good looking instruction manual with a nice Emirates Team New Zealand logo in the back. Opening up the manual, you can see that it contains some extra info and some specs about the history of a sailing excellence, which is about this yacht and the specs. Moving on to the next page, you can see that there's a lot of information about building the future of yacht racing and a nice intro of the features. Then you get directly into your build, and that's it. There's your building process already upon you, and you could win something if you scan the QR code. So here's a complete model and the parts list. So let's get going and building this model. And now finally, after that glorious building process and experience, our fully built Emirates Team New Zealand Lego Technic yacht is now fully assembled, and I must say it's extremely huge for its size and cost. It looks extremely good with the sails on it, and I must say the size is quite big. So some of the features that this special race yacht in LEGO Technic history include are a pneumatic powered cylinder that controls these foil arm cant arms, and later in this video I'm going to show you exactly why these are even included in this set. So to actually power up a pneumatic set like this, you need a pneumatic air crank. So the air crank is deep into this mechanism. I'll show you right there. Yes, it's a blue one there if you can see. And when I spin this crank, you can see that the whole system begins to spin that tiny thing from a big gear. So I'm just going to show you the function, and this is how you activate it. So there are two pneumatic red switches, as you can see right there. Yes, right there. So then when you tilt them backwards, you foil them up. So when I open up the pneumatic switches and I start cranking air into the system, it's actually meant to pull them down. But if I move it forward, if I switch it forward, as you can hear, the air actually squirted out of those pipes. And now if I pump air into the system, you can see they slowly start to raise themselves. Absolute Lego genius. The set also includes a fully movable swing arm that actually swings open these sails. And this main jib is actually controlled by the power of these two gears. By spinning one side, I can rotate the entire shaft. So as you can see, raising all the way up there and raising all the way down there. This entire sail practically gets moved by rotating this gear. There is also some sort of movement happening in the front of this front sail. I have to release this by cranking up this little string mechanism that slowly starts to lower this. And as you can see, it has a spring loaded mechanism, and it works by a spring working inside of this system that moves, and it also tightens by these string sections that wind up the strings that connects to that pivot. As you can see, when I'm winding this up, it brings it to the center part through that pivot. But when I'm loosening it and if I release the spring action actually comes into place. So I think this is used when sailing, and I really like the way Lego has captured this little feature. Another thing that I also really appreciate about the set is that Lego does not limit the functionality of the set. It also has this little piece of vinyl that covers up this whole beam section where the spring-loaded mechanism action happens. And here we can get a way better view of it. And there we go. There's the shock right there, the spring. And it's actually quite a simple mechanism. It works by just dodging these two sides, and it's all working from that one spring. Absolutely clever. And I like the way that Lego has also included these detachable pieces that also take out the sail. And this sail piece, if you want to know, is the exact same material used on the sails. And it's a sort of rubberish texture, not rubber, but actual like plastic. And it's quite interesting, and this could also affect the cost of the set because it seems like a very expensive type of plastic. When it comes down to the size and the comparison between sets like the Lego Technic AC75 Yacht that I've just reviewed now, comparing it to other previous huge Lego Technic cars like the Lego Technic Skyline GTR R34 and the Yacht, I would really say that the Yacht really is way bigger than most of my Lego cars, such as the Skyline. And don't get me wrong, the Skyline is an absolute beauty. It has excellent suspension, excellent drift mechanisms, and usually known for its Fast and Furious history. But I would say that the AC75 really steals its show. And I won't lie, that's quite. Okay, guys, let's get one thing straight. This is not an ordinary yacht that you find sailing in the sea or those luxury ships that you find in the ocean. This is a race yacht and it's used in the American Olympics, and it's actually controlled by people. It's a highly lightweight model in real life. It's just under 1 ton in real life, and it sails extremely fast. And you guys are wondering how are humans controlling this extremely fast? There's a good representation in the Lego system. So these little red parts that you see here, they represent grinder handles, and those grinder handles actually like work as like your treadmills and your cycling machines you get at gym. Yeah, people actually sit in those places and they ride. It's more like a workout in a boat. And I won't lie, it's extremely cool the way technology is moving nowadays. And with AI getting more evolved and stuff, I bet that yachts will start to be flying above oceans. And this actually is built around a similar concept. So these cant arms, it's just a fancy word they named for these little things. When I initially bought the set or received it, I thought that these were used to steer the model. Like if this went down and the other cant arm went up, then it would used to be steering the model in the water. And I thought that this fin would be used to power and generate thrust from the back. Well, absolutely not. This yacht is a new generational yacht, and the purpose of these cant arms is that when they lift it up, the yacht is actually sitting in the water. So the entire bow of the ship is sitting in the water, like literally floating and sailing on water. But when the process called foiling, yes, foiling right there, um, it basically refers to when these both cant arms drop by pneumatic cylinders and pressures inside of the compartments of the hull, then the entire boat lifts up above water. So literally, if this is sailing line and foiling has happened, it will lift just above there. Again, sailing line where the water touches the boat, and then foiling just brings it a little bit up. So that's basically the process of foiling. And guys are probably wondering, how do two tiny metal thingies, or what do you call these cant arms again that I said, actually lift such a heavy 1 ton thing? And that's actually also aerodynamics. That's why these sails are so huge if you look at it. And aerodynamics really play a role in this. Also, this fin in the back also acts like a vertical stabilizer that you see in aircrafts nowadays. And it's sort of more like an aircraft, more like aerodynamically shaped and stuff. And you guys are probably wondering, why is sailing technology moving in these days nowadays? And if we had to have like a manual sailing ship, like olden days yachts sailing in the sea, then probably it will take hours to actually complete a race. So people have now come up with more useful ways to lift off boats of water and move way faster. And I'm actually happy with this technology. And the AC-75 Lego Technic yacht is actually a very interesting representation of the real life model. And I wouldn't necessarily say that this model is cool by itself, because this boat does not float in the water. It does not have any motors to actually show us the actual representation it lifts up. But I will say that the rich history and the background knowledge of this real type of sailing yacht really stunned me. And also, guys, if you're seeing this video, you should actually go and do some research on the AC-75, because it also is electric and it's hybrid. It says that in the manual, and if you go into the Lego Builder app right there, you'll be able to see the information. And it says it took over 1 year to build, testing was done, and some actually failed. So this is it, guys, and I like the way this yacht is shaped and stuff. The sails and the ropes all fit together well, extremely worth the money as well. And yes, these are actual Lego ropes. So that's it, guys. Comment down below and tell me what your opinions are about the set. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys, so please do me that one favor and hit the subscribe button, like, and even leave a comment. That will make me even more happy, guys. Comment down what you'd like to see next. Bye bye.